Welcome everybody to the 2020 Junior D County Football Final between St Michael's and Rockban here at CIT Sports fantastic facility. My name is Ger McCarthy. You can hear me on Cork's Red FM Big Red Bench every weekend. We're here to commentate on the Junior D decider between two very, very well matched teams. We'll have the teams for you shortly, but first I'm going to have a quick word with my co-commentator for the day, Rockban's Mike Flynn. Mike, a big day for the club, big day for both clubs. How do you think this is going to go?
Thanks, Ger. I think it's going to be a tight one. Great to see Rockban back after the disappointment of the 1 point loss last year to Nemo. They've lost one or two players but gained maybe 3 or 4. I've seen most of their games this year, actually seen all their games this year, and they've played quite well, won convincingly most games, played good brand of football. I believe St Michael's are the same, nice passing, quick football, so it should be a very tight game, Ger.
And just a quick mention for the facilities. The pitch is absolutely in tip-top condition, so credit to CIT for producing such a fantastic pitch, which should allow both teams to play the kind of attractive football that they're both capable of doing.
I think so, Ger. It looks absolutely awesome here today. Sun has just gone in, but it's still a very, very clear day. Pitch looks unbelievable. It's like a snooker table out there, Ger. So, yes, I think we'll have a good game.
Yes, all the potential for two teams here, anxious to get some silverware before the season's end. And before we get to the action, let's just have a quick mention of the two teams. We're going to tell you how they're lining out. We'll start with Rockban. In goal, Megan Flynn. Full back line, number 2, Cara O'Brien. Number 3, Elizabeth McGrath. Number 4, Lauren Toomey, and she's the captain. A half back line comprising of 5, Alice O'Connor. 6, Rebecca Finnegan. 7, Quiva McSweeney. In the middle of the park, it'll be number 8, Nicola Sheehan, and number 9, Eve Mullins. On the half forward line, number 10, Danielle Hendley. Centre forward, number 11, Jennifer Whelan. And the other half forward, number 12, Moira O'Sullivan. In the full forward line, number 13, Roisin Donovan. Full forward, Maeve Donovan, number 14, and number 15, Dara Toomey. The management team behind this Rockban squad for this past season: Alan Whelan, Eilish McGrath, Mary O'Mahony, Claire Ahern, Gail Humphreys, Morris Toomey, Paul Finnegan, Matt Shaw, Tom O'Connor and Alan Walsh. And the Rockban Club would like to say big thanks to Whitechurch and Waterloo Community Association, O'Leary's Super Value Tower, O'Reilly's Garage Blackpool, Whitechurch GA, Carricknavar GA and Rathpeacon GA. Now we look at the St Michael's team, and this is how they will line up for today's County Junior D final. In goal, Sophie Lynch, she's joint captain. Right cornerback number 2 will be Amy O'Sullivan. Full back is the other joint captain, that's Chloe Lynch. And the other cornerback is Aideen O'Riordan, and she'll be wearing the number 4 jersey. A half back line comprising of number 5, Clodagh Hennessy, number 6, Anna Lucy, number 7, Maeve Cashman. A midfield partnership of number 8, Hayley Ryan, and number 9, Caitlin Hickey. And a half forward line of number 10, Anna Bogue, number 11, Anne Golden, and 12, Aisling Hegarty. 13 is Kate Lenehan. Full forward is Sive McCarthy, and corner forward is Michelle Murphy. She's number 15. And the St Michael's management team is made up of Brendan Quinn, Bridie O'Connell, Martin Lenehan, Margaret Flaherty, Aidan Ryan, Bear Murphy, Val Bogue, John Golden, Brian Walsh, and a physiotherapist, Leah Murphy. That's how the two teams are numbered. That's how they're lining up. We're currently waiting for referee Peter O'Leary, who's also limbering up there in the centre of the pitch. Just a quick word, Mike, on today's conditions. We've mentioned the state of the pitch. It looks in absolutely immaculate condition, but there is a wind blowing.
There is, Ger. I'm not too sure we're high enough up here. I'm not too sure how it is down in pitch side, but the flags, it's gone from left to right. The way they're looking to line out here at the moment, it looks like it'll be with St Michael's in the first half. I think it'll just be slightly blustery, but I don't think it'll have too many problems with it.
And Mike, can I just ask you from Rockban's point of view, obviously they're back in a county final for the second time in 2 years. The consistency is there, the players are still there, they've been through this now, and the disappointment of last year and losing by a point, that should fuel them.
It should, Ger. I was with them last year. I was on the line last year myself as one of the selectors or mentors, and they were hurt. They were seriously hurt after it last year, but they've got over it. They've regrouped this year. They got in some of the younger players from last year from the 16s team and brought them up. Quite a young team actually. The majority of them are under the age of 21. So looking good, and they'll be up for it, believe me.
I would expect nothing less. And of course their opponents, it's worth mentioning, St Michael's, coming in somewhat as the underdogs in this game, but a lot of talent there and a lot of experience as well. Two very, very good teams, two teams that like to get the ball forward as quickly as possible. Referee Peter O'Leary is now in the centre of the park. He's also the Cork LGFA PRO. Busy man this time of the year, but today he's on refereeing duty, and he's asked the two teams to get organised, and we should be ready to go quite shortly. So it's the 2020 Junior D County Final between St Michael's and Rockban here at CIT, about to start as we await the two teams to get into position, and away we will go. As Mike said, on Cork commentary there. If there is a breeze, it's favouring St Michael's slightly in this first half. It may well be blowing across the pitch, but if there is any wind and if it does kick up, it's going to favour them in the opening 30 minutes. Key thing here, of course, is from last night's County Senior B final, which was won by Inch Rovers. They defeated St Val's in Nemo Rangers. Getting off to a good start is hugely important in matches like this. And as the two teams limber up, we're just going to wait for the off from referee Peter O'Leary. Both teams lining out as selected, 1 to 15 on both. And we should be ready to go quite shortly here at CIT. So as you watch, playing from left to right in the green and gold is St Michael's, and playing from right to left are, of course, Rockban. Last year's runners-up, of course, at this stage, losing by a point to Nemo. Will that fuel them? We are about to find out. Off we go. Ball is thrown in. And the first break, the first free of the game goes St Michael's way. Long ball in by Hayley Ryan. She's looking for a corner for Michelle Murphy, but that ball has gone out over the end line, and we have our first sideline of the afternoon. Not too many tactical changes. Looks like players are playing as is, but a stray ball there is picked up by Aisling Hegarty. And the ball left in from Kate Lenihan. This is an early opportunity for Caitlin Hickey. She shoots across the goal, and that's well picked up by Cara O'Brien, but she's been dispossessed. And an opportunity again for Michaels to get that first score. It's worked back, a good block again from Cara O'Brien, and that one has gone out. And I think we may well have our first 45 of the afternoon. Mike Flynn, that's a good start from St Michael's.
Excellent start for St Michael's, but some excellent defending there as well from Cara O'Brien from Rockban. And you're right, Jared, it is a 45 for St Michael's.
So nerves, obviously, at this stage when you're playing in a county final, completely understandable. And we will have our first 45 of the day. Hayley Ryan is lining it up for St Michael's. She goes short. And the referee has now whistled. There seems to be a problem inside, and he's having a word with one of the Rockban players there. Some early dissent, and just, I think, Elizabeth McGrath just giving her opinion there, I think. Nothing major. We return again with Hayley Ryan taking the 45. She sends it in low. It's picked up and given back to her, but it's a stray pass. And that's a free to Rockban, and looks like Nicola Sheehan was fouled on that occasion. She lets it in early. And Rockban, here we go now. Jennifer Whelan on the ball. She's got space in front of her. Taking on a defender. Jennifer at full tilt. Good cut, being advised to cut in by the sideline. She's still in possession. Going down the left channel. And a good pass inside to Roisin Donovan. Roisin Donovan gets inside her marker. An opportunity. She kicks. That goes in off the post. And that is our opening score of the afternoon for Rockban. A move that emanated down the left hand side, finished off by Roisin Donovan from an acute angle. She managed to get the point. Good start.
Yeah, good start there. Great run by Jennifer up the line, and a good pass into Roisin and off the post and in. Great stuff. Goalkeeper kicking it out here now for St Michael's into our midfielder. Jennifer Whelan closing her down.
Okay, and another decision now going against St Michael's. They're not quite sure why, but Peter O'Leary wants to have a chat with a couple of players. And it looks like Roisin Donovan may well have a quick chat with Peter O'Leary. Not quite sure there. Again, maybe just a small bit of dissent. I'm not too sure. Or maybe there was an infringement. We don't know. Either way, St Michael's are in possession. They're down a point to no score. Hayley Ryan with the free kick again. She lets it quickly in. Ball breaks free, and that's good play from Nicola Sheehan. Well done from Nicola Sheehan in the middle of the park, getting the better there of Michelle Murphy. She lets it in quickly. Now Eve Mullins is on the ball. Eve, and this is a good move from Rockban as they cut inside. Dara Toomey with the shot blocked brilliantly though, and that opportunity goes a begging. Well done, Chloe Lynch there from St Michael's. Had to get across to it, and she did. That's going to be our 45, our second of the final. And we're even in the early stages of this game, some excellent passages of play from both sets of players. And it's Rockban who lead by 1 point to no score. That Roisin Donovan score coming early in the game, and an opportunity now for Rockban maybe to add to that with a 45. And it looks like Eve Mullins is lining this one up. The last 45 from St Michael's went short, and Eve does the exact same thing. She lets that over towards Nicola Sheehan, but she's going to have to get down over it, and she does. Support once again now from Eve Mullins. An opportunity for Rockban to retain possession. They're inside St Michael's half. They have the cushion of a 1 point lead. What are they going to do with it? She lets it straight into Jennifer Whelan. Jennifer Whelan, who set up that first score. She's soloing through. She's going to take a shot. Left-footed. Good score from the centre forward, Jennifer Whelan. And Rockban doubled their lead. They've settled quickly. 2 good scores and going well.
Yeah, indeed, a good score there by Jennifer Whelan. Well played by Eve Mullins down the centre of the field, former Cork minor from last year. So Rockban, well settled, and 2 points to no score. Over to you again, Jar.
And once again, referee Peter O'Leary is having a chat with one of the Rockban players. We think that's Nicholas Sheehan. It's actually Eve Mullins. He's had a few chats already in this game. Perhaps he's just laying down the law and just reminding all the players that he's in charge. Not quite sure why, but he feels the need to have the chat with that player at this particular moment. And if you're joining us on the live stream, you're very welcome to the 2020 Junior D County Final between St Michael's and Rockban. It's still in the early stages, but Rockban lead by 2 points to no score. Roisin Donovan opened the scoring with a well-taken point from an acute angle, and Jennifer Whelan, centre forward, followed that up with a superb left-footed effort to make it 2 points to no score. Michael's now have a free in and around just inside, just near the midfield, and it's Hayley Ryan once again, and she looks up for Angola and the ball bounces over, however, and this is Alice O'Connor, and the half-back is in possession. She's been chased down by Caitlin Hickey up the right wing. Rockban looking to launch another attack. She cuts back inside. Has she got support? Yes, she has, and that's Eve Mullins, on the ball. A quick hand pass inside. Once again, Jennifer Whelan coming deep from her centre forward position and picking it up. Now she's running straight at Anna Lucy, and she goes around her. Another superb solo from the centre forward in possession. Looking inside, the pass is intercepted, and a good tackle there indeed. And Michaels have possession, and the cornerback Amy O'Sullivan is in possession. She's fouled, and it's a free for St Michael's. But another good attack from Rockban came to nothing. But they've been very, very positive in all their approachway in these early minutes, leading by 2 points to nil here in the Junior D County Final. And Peter O'Leary informing some members of the Michaels backroom team that they need to go to the opposite side of the pitch, which they're doing very diligently. Fair play to them, no problem there. Ball in a collision there, and it works out well for Aisling Hegarty for St Michael. She's in possession, she solos. And here's Hayley Ryan getting through a huge amount of work early doors in this game. A foul by Eve Mullins, another free. Ball laid into the centre, and a long pass. This is an opportunity now for Aisling Hegarty to get inside. Instead, it bounces into Kate Lenihan. Kate Lenihan, the corner forward, cuts in. Left-footed attempt. Goes to the right and wide. That's their first proper attempt of the afternoon, but unfortunately it is trailed wide, and Michaels still await their first score in what's been a lively opening to this county final. As it stands, Rockban leading by 2 points to nil. Those points coming from the boots of Roisin Donovan and Jennifer Whelan. Long kick out, and we're back with the action. Danielle Hendley. She lets a superb foot pad, and this ball is broken down, and it's an opportunity now though for Rockban to pick up the second ball. Eve Mullins has it. Lets it back to her centre forward, and that's Jennifer Whelan, who's had a super game already in this. Into the corner forward, Michelle Murphy, and it's Roisin Donovan. Roisin Donovan soloing through, retains possession, keeps a hold of it, left-footed attempt, and that's gone just to the left and wide. But the referee had his hand up for a foul, allowed the advantage, and it will be Rockban's free. Good advantage there from the referee, and an opportunity for Rockban to extend their lead, Mike.
Yeah, hopefully Maeve, our full forward there, is a good free taker. Some good play by both sides here, actually. Some excellent defending so far by St Michael's. The centre back there, Anna Lucy, a great challenge from Jennifer Whelan when she was going through, and on the other side as well for Cuivna McSweeney there. So here we have Maeve about to take the kick with her right foot, and she pulls it wide. Unlucky Maeve.
Unfortunate for the Rockban full forward, but these are the types of chances that you get early on that you want to put over the bar and put a bit of daylight between you and your opponent. But as it stands, it remains Rockban 2 points, St Michael's no score. Early stages of this Junior D County Final here at CIT. Kick out is broken down by Anna Bogue deep in her own half for St Michael's. She solos, but she's being well shepherded. She lets it back to Aidan O'Riordan. O'Riordan into Hayley Ryan, who's had gone through a massive amount of work already in this game. In turn on the left wing, that's a good play. Is that a foul? Referee has his hand up. It's an advantage anyway to Michaels. They go across the pitch, no advantage accruing, and the referee correcting his decision there. It's going to be a free to St Michael's and an opportunity perhaps to launch an attack and get on the scoreboard as the clock ticks onwards. The longer it goes, the more difficult it's going to be for Michaels to get a foothold in this game. As it stands, Rockban 2 points, St Michael's no score in the County Junior D final here at CIT. And Michaels now with Hayley Ryan just take the free. She goes short to Caitlin Hickey, her midfield partner, and back again. Good work from the Michaels midfield duo on that occasion. Another hand pass into space. This is Kate Lenihan, who's looked lively whenever she's on the ball. She slips the ball back inside, and a shot, and that's a great score. And that looked like Hayley Ryan that got that one, and it was. And Michaels hit back 2 points to 1 now. Their first score of the game, and that came just after a missed free by Maeve Donovan at the opposite end of the ground. And it's 2-1 as we head towards the first water break, and a kick out now, which will be taken by Megan Flynn. She's looking for some movement, and she gets it, and the ball falls, but it breaks kindly for Danielle Hentley. She lets it inside, and she's on the ball again, and this is an opportunity now and a good play from Eve Mullins. Is she going to kick it in? She is indeed. Low pass in, and that's a good ball. And this is where Roisin Donovan is dangerous. She's looked dangerous every time in possession. She gives it to Maeve Donovan from the hand pass. The full forward turns. No option open to her, so she retains possession diligently. And again, she's broken free. She's looking for support. She's got that inside from Jennifer Whelan if she can find it. Jennifer Whelan soloing through. Another hand pass inside. And a foul. Was that a foul? No. And it looks like it is, and it is a penalty. Superb Rockban move there that ended with Nicola Sheehan clear on goal, but she was fouled as she was about to pull the trigger right in front of the goal. Peter O'Leary immediately signalling for a penalty, and now this is a real opportunity for Rockban. They lead by 2 points to 1. We're waiting to see who's coming up to take, and it looks like it's going to be Alice O'Connor. So, an early opportunity, possibly a turning point in the county final. Alice O'Connor has been asked to take the penalty. She's waiting to put the ball down as the referee, Peter O'Leary, instructs everybody to get outside the designated area. To remember the score, 2 points to 1 to Rockban. Early stages of this Junior D county final. The half-back takes 2 steps back. Alice O'Connor with an opportunity here. She steps forward, left-footed, beautiful finish into the bottom left-hand corner. Sweet penalty, as sweet as you're likely to see in any county final, and a super penalty, an important score. Rockban now 1-2, St. Michael's 1 point.
Great score by Alice, but that's her trademark. She's done that 2 or 3 times this year already. Same spot, same corner, and excellent score. Cueva Sweden Sweeney with the ball, looking for support.
And that ball comes back. It breaks out kindly for Rockban in around the 40-metre line. And once again, it's their centre forward, Jennifer Whelan, who's been a real live wire on the 40, but she's whistled correctly that time for overstepping the mark. And instead, it's Michaels who have the ball. Hayley Ryan is holding it, and the whistle is gone. I don't think Hayley took that from the exact correct spot. Or did she? No, the referee's bringing it forward. A bit more dissent again, I think, from the Rockban on that occasion. I'm not 100% certain. But it's going to be a free for St. Michael's, who trail in this Junior D County final by 1-2 to a single point. And it's been a lively opening, a really good game. Aisling Egerty on the ball, long pass inside. Again, they look for Caitlin, and she's the go-to forward. The corner forward is broken free. She sets it inside. Caitlin Hickey with a shot. Caitlin Hickey with the goal. No sooner had Rockban hit the back of the net at one end of the ground, and St. Michael's respond in the best possible fashion. A super move that began deep in their own half. Caitlin in the corner forward with the hand pass, and a superb finish from Caitlin Hickey. It's 1-2 to 1-1. Cracking opening to this Junior D County final. Kick out from Megan Flynn, goes deep, but it's picked up by Aisling Hegarty. Michael's half forward has a clear run and goal. She solos towards the goal. She slips a hand pass inside to Kate Lennon. The corner forward, it's up. It's a left-footed effort, and it's over the bar, and in the blink of an eye. A 1-2 to 1 point lead now see St. Michael's level on the scoreboard, 1-2 apiece. Fantastic start to this final, Mike, but Rockban have fallen back a bit here.
Yeah, 2 errors there from Rockban, two quick scores from St. Michael's, so all to play for here now. Ger well back into it again. Good score there from Caitlin Hickey. Ball back out again now into midfield. Rebecca Finnegan winning it. Oh, poor pass.
And that ball breaks free for St. Michael's, and it looks like Hayley Ryan is on the ball. She lets it inside, and here is number 12, Aisling Hegarty, getting through a huge amount of work in the opening quarter of this County Junior D final. The go-to forward, they're looking for her every time. It's Kate Lenihan, the left-footed corner forward. She picks it up under intense pressure here from Lauren Toomey, but Lenihan breaks free, left-footed, sweet strike, and yet again, that's gone over the bar. It's been given, and that is St. Michael's third point of the afternoon. They now lead 1-3 to 1-2. Kate Lennon with another point from that sweet left foot, and she looks a real handful at the moment inside in that corner for Rockban, who had been leading up to recently, but St. Michael's have enjoyed a real purple patch. They've scored 1-2 in the last couple of minutes. They now lead this County Junior D decider 1-3 to 1-2. Long kick out again. It breaks away with Caitlin Hickey. An opportunity for the Rockban midfielder. She hand passes sensibly out to the left. Here is Moira O'Sullivan. Moira O'Sullivan gives it back to Eve Mullins. Eve Mullins once again looks in. Good breakaway again from Jennifer Whelan. She finds the turn, Moira O'Sullivan. Hand pass to Roisin Donovan, goes astray. O'Donovan is in from a very tight angle, and well, we have a bit of consternation now because one umpire has said wide and the other umpire has said a point. Peter O'Leary is going in to figure this one out for us, but it looks like we have a decision to make between the umpires and the referee. Remember, if you're watching this live stream, it's the Junior D County Final. At the moment, it's Rockban. Rockban were leading in the early stages, and right now it's 1-3 to 1-2 after St. Michael's staged a superb comeback. The referee has in fact given that point, so Roisin Donovan gets her second point, and we're back now to 1-3 apiece. Nothing between these two teams in what's been a cracking start to the Junior D County decider. Kick out from Sophie Lynch goes short, and Hayley Ryan has picked it up as she has done since the very beginning. Aideen O'Riordan coming out from her corner back position. She's held up by a good tackle there inside her, and a good turnover. If it comes this way, it looks like it's going, and it is. Good turnover from Rockban. The hand is up, and Dara Toomey, the corner forward, did exceptionally well there under real pressure to rip possession away. Peter O'Leary is asking for the ball to be brought back to the point from where that turnover occurred, and Rockban will be in possession. It looks like we may well have an early substitution here on the Rockban side as well. Aideen Donovan has been warming up on the sideline. That substitution isn't happening just yet. Instead, it will be a free. And before that free is taken, the referee is now going to have another quick chat here between full forward Maeve Donovan and full back Chloe Lynch, who've been getting to know each other inside there, perhaps off the ball. Nothing sinister in it, but the referee has the book out. As it stands, remember, it's 1-3 apiece in this County Junior D football final here at CIT. Cracking game so far. An early lead for Rockban. It looked like when a converted penalty from half-back Alice O'Connor hit the net that they were in the driving seat. What a comeback from Michaels, however. They hit 1-2 in quick succession. And as it stands, Roisin Donovan kicked over a point from an acute angle just a few minutes ago. And what that means is it's all square, 1-3 apiece. Free kick to be taken here in the middle by Eve Mullins. Eve Mullins looks for support. She goes wide and she finds it from Roisin Donovan. The corner forward has caused problems every time she's been in possession. The corner forward bursts away. Donovan takes aim, and this time, unfortunately for her, it goes to the left and wide. And with that, we have our first water break of this county final. What a good match it's been thus far. The early running was made by Rockban. They got 2 quick points on the board before St. Michael's pulled one back. Then we had the penalty that Alice O'Connor brilliantly converted to make it 1-2 to a point. But following that, a superb move involving most of the St. Michael's forward line ended with Caitlin Hickey finding the back of the net. 2 quick Kate Lenihan points put them 1-3 to 1-2 ahead. But since then, Roisin Donovan has managed to find the target once again. It's 1-3 apiece, Mike. Take us through your thoughts there in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, Ger, it's quite evenly matched actually. Both sides really playing the same type of football. St. Michael's look very strong up front. Kate Lenihan is done extremely well there at corner forward for St. Michael's, and the opposite corner forward, Roisin O'Donovan for Rockban, doing quite well as well. I suppose one view in the first half, Joe, would be I think the referee is a bit finicky at times. He's calling for a lot of there's a lot of breaks, you know. Okay, there might be a small bit of niggle between players, but sometimes, in my opinion, that needs to be let go as well and let the game flow. Hopefully he'll do that in the remaining period of this first half. But cracking game here. Both sides look fit, Joe. 2 very, very fit sides, 2 young sides. So back to you.
So as it stands, the County Junior D football final here at CIT, it's 1-3 apiece. St. Michael's and Rockban, nothing between these two teams. And as Mike Flynn correctly pointed out, there's been a really good free-flowing game thus far. There have been some interruptions, a bit of back chat to the referee, but apart from that, 1 or 2 decisions for the referee to make with the umpire as well, but they gave the point in the end. And we have our first substitution of the afternoon, and that is at the moment Rockban have made that change, and it looks like number 27 Aideen Donovan has come on for Lauren Toomey, who's just gone off there at the moment. So that's the first change on the Rockban side of things. Michaels look like they're lining out as before. No slip of paper has gone in, and what we have now is our second quarter about to start, with the score, as we've already mentioned, 1-3 apiece here at CIT. Cracking game between 2 very evenly matched teams. Michaels certainly have been in the ascendancy in the last couple of minutes, and one tactical switch as well. Danielle Hindley, who's the half forward, has gone into cornerback in place of Lauren Toomey, and Aideen Donovan has gone in at half forward. A kick out comes and is guarded once again by Hayley Ryan, one of the most active players on the pitch so far this, and she lets a long ball in, but that's easily going to be picked up by Eve Mullins. It's actually Rebecca Finnegan. A quick hand pass inside to Cara O'Brien. Cara O'Brien bursting out, but she's got 2 players in quick pursuit, and Michaels look like they're going to retain this one. The ball breaks free, and it's a chance now for Caitlin Hickey to launch another attack for Michaels. She's surrounded by 2 or 3 Rockban players. The hand pass is given short, And straight away, the full forward, Maeve Donovan, who's playing much deeper now since the restart. Good pass inside, and that's number 12, Aisling Hegarty. Opportunity now for full forward. It's Sive McCarthy, apologies, Sive McCarthy, but that's a loose pass, and Rockban have it, and they're going to try and work this one out. Out it comes to Eve Mullins, number 9, Eve Mullins for Rockban. Referee whistles, and it's a free from just beforehand where there was a foul. And we are looking here now for, it doesn't look like there's any movement in front of her. She's going to take the quick free, launches it down the field, ball bounces, and that one is going to be picked up by number 4, and I think that's Aideen O'Riordan, and the ball quickly worked into Hayley Ryan, the midfielder, who's gotten through, covered a lot of grass so far. She's fouled, referee plays the advantage. Michael's looking to launch another attack. Next score will be crucial here because it'll put that team in the lead. Long ball in from Michelle Murphy. They look for the go-to forward so far, Caitlin, in that left leg of hers. She holds possession intelligently, waits for support and gets it from Caitlin Hickey. Caitlin Hickey cutting inside, looking for support, and finally the ball works back to Caitlin, and again that left leg, she turns and she shoots slightly off balance. Unfortunately for Michaels, that effort is tailed off to the left and wide. Another opportunity though for them to get back in front. As it stands, it's 1-3 apiece. Now Megan Flynn with the kick out, looking for support and looking for some movement from her Rockban teammates. Long booming kit down the middle, and that's brilliantly picked up by Rebecca Finnegan, the centre back. She looks for support. The referee's hand is up. The advantage is played. She works it to Caoimhe McSweeney. Caoimhe McSweeney soloing into space now, looking for somebody ahead of her. Rockban on the attack in this game now. Quick hand pass back to the substitute, Aideen Donovan, who has come on. And another slip inside to the full forward, Maeve Donovan, who's well outside of the square, but she's in possession. 2 defenders chasing her down. She turns inside. Is she going to pull the trigger? Instead, she gives it inside to Aideen Donovan, the substitute, who's bearing down on goal. Shoots! Great save from Sophie Lynch. Had to get down very quickly to deny a certain goal there from Aideen Donovan, a close range shot that would have given Rockban the lead. Instead, it's a brilliant save, and Michaels recycle possession. They work it to Hayley Ryan, and here we go again with Caitlin Hickey. Long pass down, raking pass towards Sive McCarthy. Quick hand pass, and Michaels running through here. They've got a player wide open, and that's Michelle Murphy. She is now clear and soloing towards goal. Is she going to take the shot? She waits and shoots. That's a super goal. What a super finish from Michaels, and again at one end a goal opportunity for Aideen Donovan, superbly saved by Sophie Lynch. When that attack broke down, the ball was worked up the opposite end of the pitch, super hand passing move, and Michelle Murphy rattles the back of the net. 2-3 for St Michael's, 1-3 for Rockban. A brilliant shot. The resulting kick out is gathered by Kate Lennon. She finds her half forward, her teammate, and that's Aisling Hegarty, but on this occasion the goal scorer just a couple of minutes earlier shoots wide. St Michael's lead 2-3 to 1-3. Heading towards, we're into the second quarter of what's been a thoroughly entertaining game, and it's with the goalkeeper. The ball is in possession with Megan Flynn. She's the Rockban goalkeeper, looking for some movement and somebody to aim for. Another long, fine kick out towards the right hand side. That looks like Alice O'Connor, who's trying to gain possession. A solo and a quick ball up, and again the substitute that's just come on, Aideen Donovan, who had that shot. She is dispossessed however by Maeve Cashman. They work the ball into Caitlin Hickey. Here come Michaels with midfielder Hayley Ryan in possession with her partner right next to her. She turns inside, now gives the pass. Hickey with an opportunity to launch it in. She instead elects to hand pass it. On this occasion Caitlin doesn't get it. She's denied possession by some tenacious Rockban defending, and Rockban are bursting out with the ball now. Liz McGrath, the fullback, into space, good pass. Opportunity perhaps to shoot. She does, and another good save from Sophie Lynch. Will the rebound come to Rockban? It does. And to me, again, a third save in a row from Sophie Lynch. She has been a real difference maker now for Michaels in these last 5 minutes. Michaels, they could have easily conceded 2 goals. Instead, they lead by 2-3 to 1-3. Hand ball brilliantly intercepted by Caoimhe McSweeney. Pace picking up. That was Myra O'Sullivan, picks up possession, takes on a defender. She's got Caoimhe McSweeney ahead of her. She finds it with a hand pass. Roisin Donovan inside. 2 quick hand passes. Donovan is through. Shoots. Brilliantly blocked by Chloe Lynch, the captain. Retains possession. Another shot. It's gone wide. And what a chance yet again for Rockban. Mike Flynn. Rockban are creating the chances. They're just not taking them.
Absolutely, Ger. 3 great chances there for Rockban. 1 from Aideen, 1 from Dara, and 1 from Roisin. I thought maybe Roisin might have been fouled there on the last one, but referee didn't give it, so we'll just have to keep going.
Indeed you will. A long kick out from Sophie Lynch, who's made some very, very important saves here in the last couple of minutes. And Alice O'Connor is in possession. She's soloing through. Dara Toomey now once again. Are they going to try for goal? It's a tight angle. She takes the shot, but it's going to fall for Roisin Donovan. Roisin Donovan is over it. They're looking for support. Moira O'Sullivan outside. Donovan doesn't go to her. Instead, she tries to find her full forward. It's intercepted by Clodagh Hennessy for St. Michael's. Michael's working the ball intelligently out of defence. Chloe Lynch, the captain, she finds Hayley Ryan. Hayley Ryan elects to solo. It gives it to Caitlin Hickey. Caitlin Hickey with a sensible ball again wide to Michelle Murphy, who's coming very deep for Michaels and picking up a lot of possession. Left half forward Aisling Hegarty now has an opportunity to launch another Michaels attack. They lead 2-3 to 1-3 in this cracking Junior D county final. Ball played back to Hayley Ryan, the midfielder for St. Michael's. Long raking right footed pass aimed at Caitlin, and the ball has worked its way and it's bounced over to the defender. Lenihan is through. Will she elect to go for goal? Inside the defender, Lenihan shoots, and there we have it, a third St. Michael's goal. A long pass from Hayley Ryan that deceived the Rockban defence. It fell to Caitlin, and she still had a bit of work to do. She rounded the defender below the back of the net with a stunning left-footed effort, and that has now extended St. Michael's lead from to 3-3 to 1-3, and a lot of work for Rockban to do. They are making the chances, remember. Sophie Lynch has made 2 superb saves just prior to that goal. Back with the action, midfielder. And Eve Mullins looking to launch something as Rockban go in search of a way back into this game. 6 points behind in the first half. Good hand pass inside. Chance for Nicola Sheehan to burst through. That's what she does. She's inside the 40, but she's being tracked and no foul given on this occasion. And instead, a pick up off the ground illegally. Michaels retain possession from that turnover. They work it to Caitlin Hickey, the midfielder. Just looking to slow it down ever so slightly. The pace have been relentless in this last 10 minutes. Ball goes out wide to Aisling Hegarty on the left half forward. What's she going to do now? She's under pressure, but she solos towards goal. St. Michael's leading with that 6-point cushion. The ball goes inside. Michelle Murphy corner forward. Quick hand pass inside to Aisling Hegarty, another player who's looked dangerous whenever she's gotten in possession. She rounds a defender. She heads towards goal. It's a quick pass inside, and that's gone over the bar. It could have been a goal, but it's gone over the bar. We're just going to check who got that. I think it's Sive McCarthy, the full forward. We're going to give it to Sive anyway. St. Michael's have extended their lead now, Mike Flynn, 3-4 to 1-3, and Rockban, just right now, they need to get a score on the board.
They do. They need a couple of scores there before the half-time break. I think the wind has picked up actually slightly as well, so it's in St. Michael's favour, but St. Michael's are definitely better finishing at the moment, sure.
Very good point from my co-commentator Mike Flynn. The finishing has been the difference in this cracking first half, as Rockban look to start another counter-attack. They're down 3-4 to 1-3. St. Michael's have been the better team in this early half. Referee has his hand up, so the advantage is given. No, it's gone. It's Roisin Donovan racing out in front of her defender, been one of the better Rockban forwards in this opening half. She picks it up under pressure, and a good tackle from Amy O'Sullivan. Brilliant play from the St. Michael's cornerback. She finds Clodagh Hennessy, her halfback, who again looks to break the tackle, retaining possession, keeping the ball in hand and waiting for the opening. Michael's have definitely been the better team in this half for achieving that goal. The ball falls again here to Aisling Hegarty. She's dispossessed brilliantly, but not legally according to referee, by Elizabeth McGrath, a full-back there for Rockban. A free to Michael's, and an opportunity for us and for the players just to grab their breath. It's been a relentless tempo since the beginning of the game. As it currently stands, St. Michael's have a commanding 3-4 to 1-3 lead in the latter stages of this first half County Junior D football final. Michelle Murphy lets a low pass into corner forward Kate Lenihan, this dangerous left-footed player who's been one of the primary targets for Michael's throughout the opening half. This time she uses her right leg, but for her, unfortunately, and for St. Michael's, that effort has trailed wide. 3-4 to 1-3. Rockban, who started so well, converted a penalty, looked to be in command, have since fallen back. They've only got a Roisin Donovan point to show for it in the last 10 minutes. They badly need a score just to settle the ship. And a long kick out, unfortunately, that falls the way of Michael's once again, and it's Hayley Ryan, who for me has been the most effective player on the pitch thus far. Referee gives a free to the Michael's midfielder, which will be taken on the 40. That delivery goes straight into Kate Lennon, the left-footed corner forward who's looked dangerous. A quick hand pass slipped back inside. She's looking for Hayley Ryan, but she's tracked brilliantly by Cueva McSweeney, the half-back, to deny what would have been a goal chance there for Michael's. And here we go again with Rockban, and the attacks are coming thick and fast with Eve Mullins getting through a huge amount of work in the centre of the park. She slips it inside to Elizabeth McGrath, a full-back, and a good ball in, but the ball is not sticking, and instead it's Michelle Murphy operating much deeper than she did from a corner forward position in the opening half. She knew she'd gotten the free, referee had whistled, and on this occasion Peter O'Leary's going to actually have a chat with one of those players. I think it's Dara Toomey, just a sloppy tackle on that occasion. But as it stands, Michael's in the driving seat, 3-4 to 1-3 ahead in this County Junior D final here at CIT. Been a cracking match, full of great football, some fantastic scores, and Rockban, Mike, by no means out of it, but they badly need that score.
They do indeed. I think they haven't had a score since the water break, so really need a score now at the moment, and St. Michael's really well on top.
Cork commentator Mike Finn spot on again with his analysis there, and an opportunity. They just need a lift now, Rockban. Can Queen McSweeney give it to him? Instead it's Kate Lenihan who breaks free, left-footed. Will she split the post from this effort? She goes short. Oh, it hits off the crossbar and bounces over. A lucky escape there for Rockban. Kate Lenihan with the score. St. Michael's now extending their lead 3-5 to 1-3, heading towards the end of what has been a thoroughly entertaining first half. Some great football. Michael's, however, are the ones with the more clinical finishing. They're the ones that have been converting their chances. Rockban have had opportunities too, 2 goal chances in quick succession. The goalkeeper Sophie Lynch made some fine saves. Long kick out is picked up here on the right by Cara O'Brien. The cornerback is coming out. She lets the ball inside. It's a loose one, and Hayley Ryan has picked up every loose ball in the centre of the pitch so far this half. But another straight pass. Eve Mullins now with an opportunity to launch an attack. Sensible raking pass into Dara Toomey in the corner. Toomey gives a quick hand pass, and an opportunity now for the substitute Aideen Donovan, who had a goal chance earlier. She's soloing through. She's been tackled, very well tackled, and the hand had been up anyway for an offence just before that, and Rockban will have an opportunity to take a free wide on the right. Have to feel for Rockban. They were in command. They had a couple of opportunities. They could have had a couple of goals. It didn't go their way, and they trail now 3-5 to 1-3. Opportunity for full forward Maeve Donovan, perhaps to lob this one in around the square. That's where it goes. It bounces, and an opportunity here. Number 2. Oh, that was a good chance from Moira Sullivan, but it's broken away by fullback Chloe Lynch, who's been very solid at fullback. She launches another attack, and now a completely unmarked Hayley Ryan has all the time in the world to choose what she wants to do next. She solos inside Maeve Donovan, who's tracking her. Quick hand pass, and Michaels have it once again. Good turn. I think it's Michelle Murphy. She's soloing into space now. Loses possession momentarily. Good tackle from Elizabeth McGrath, and that is actually deemed to be a foul. And Peter O'Leary wants to chat with the Rockban fullback, and he's had a couple. I think she may well be on her last chance. She's been ticked a couple of times and giving her a fine.
Very good half if you're a St. Michael supporter. Some fabulous play there, especially in midfield by Hayley Ryan and Caitlin Hickey. They've really dominated midfield here, and I think by my reckoning the corner forward Caitlin has scored close on 2-3 of the 3-5 that St. Michael's have, and they're very fast inside. They're getting a lot of ball in. I think Rockban are going to have to tighten up in midfield definitely, and possibly even double up on Caitlin and at the corner forward. Good game of football though, some very good football play by Michaels and by Rockban.
Indeed it is, Mike, and this is the thing about the Junior D County Final. It's brilliant that the Cork LGFA elected to bring it to CIT as the curtain raiser to the big game this afternoon, the Senior A County Final. Remember, that's between Mourneabbey and West Cork. Third time in a row those two teams are meeting in the county decider. But what I've been most impressed about in this game, irrespective of the grade, is the quality of football, and especially the quality of the finishing, because we've seen the goals that Michaels have scored from close range and the way they've worked it in. But it's not like Rockban haven't had chances at the opposite end either.
No, and to be honest with you, that is the difference between the two teams. There's some great play by Rockban. They're getting the ball in there. They've had at least 3 goal chances. The post on one occasion and the keeper on 2 others. I think if they stick with it, they will get there. I've seen a lot of junior games over the last couple of years, and there isn't a lot of a difference between Junior A and Junior D when it comes to, or Junior E even when it comes to ladies football. And the standard is excellent here today, Ger.
Indeed it is. So we're just going to take a quick break from the commentary to give everyone a chance to draw their breath. But as it stands in the County Junior D football final here at CIT, it's St. Michael's who lead Rockban on a scoreline of 3-5 to 1-3. We'll be back with you shortly. So, welcome back to this live stream of the 2020 County Junior D football final between St Michael's and Rockban, coming to you live from CIT. As it stands at the end of the opening half, St Michael's have the lead 3-5 to 1-3, a very, very exciting and free-flowing first half. My name is Jerry McCarthy, I'm your commentator, and co-commentator with me is Mike Flynn. Mike, very simple, the wind at their backs, Rockban need to get that ball in, and they need to get it in early.
They do indeed. They need a couple of quick scores, to bring this game back, because otherwise it'll leak away from them. Hopefully they can. We'll see. Referee about to throw the ball in and hand back to you, Jar.
Indeed. So, both sets of substitutes giving some much needed atmosphere to an empty ground. Remember, no supporters unfortunately allowed in for this county final, as with all the county finals. Referee Peter O'Leary about to get us restarted. Remember, St Michael's have the lead 3-5 to 1-3, and away we go for the final 30 minutes. The ball is immediately collected by Caitlin Hickey. She's under pressure from Eve Mullins, and sends a low ball into full forward side McCarthy. McCarthy's on the ball, a quick hand pass out wide, and an opportunity for Anna Bogue. Maybe she lets the ball inside again. Another shot, an attempt there by Side McCarthy, thwarted though by some really good defending. A slip, however. Quiva McSweeney, and the referee is indicating that would be a free out, a big let off for Rockban on that occasion. It looked like full forward side McCarthy was about to pull the trigger. She was right in front of the goal, but unfortunately for the Michaels forward, she lost possession. Now the free about to be taken by Alice O'Connor, but she's nobody to aim for. She goes short to Aideen Donovan. Aideen Donovan, who came on as an early substitute, had a shot brilliantly saved by Sophie Lynch in the opening half, and what a chance here now, and it's been possession dispossessed. It falls now to Sive McCarthy. This time she runs through, but she's lost possession again under pressure. Rockban living under nerves a little there, Mike. You can't be giving the ball away in front of the goal.
No, indeed. They're trying to do too much with it instead of using the wind and getting that ball down there as quick as possible, Jar. Megan Flynn here now with the kick out for Rockban.
And Rockban, who badly need a score. They didn't score, remember now, once after the first water break in the opening half, so they need to get moving and getting on the scoreboard, even just to get their confidence back up. Ball in possession with Eve Mullen. She lets it in. Quick hand pass, flicks it out to this live wire centre forward. It is Jennifer Whelan. Jennifer Whelan taking on her marker. Looks to solo through. Quick hand pass inside, but that's going to be gathered, I think, and it is by the Michaels full back line, who have played very, very well. Good play from Amy O'Sullivan there. She lets the ball out wide to, we think it's Claudia Hennessy. Referee whistles, and that's going to be free to Michaels. It's Caitlin.
Number 9, a bit of trouble there.
And Mike Flynn just pointed out to me that Caitlin Hickey, who's midfield for St Michael's, does look in a bit of bother. Referee is having a look over in her direction, but it looks like she's okay to continue. We will restart with centre back Anna Lucy for St Michael's, looking to launch this free kick from deep inside her own half. St Michael's with the cushion of that 3-5 to 1-3 lead, remember, early stages of the second half of the County Junior D football final here at CIT. Well taken there by Hickey, who got possession, and she lets it into full forward side. McCarthy way out of position. She's tackled well. It's actually Michelle Murphy now, and she's bursting clear. Can she keep going? She's up to the 40 in possession, but in close pursuit, and the ball is still in Michael's hand. And now we have forward side McCarthy. She tries to shoot, but that's gathered by Alice O'Connor. Has had a really good game today. She looks like she's playing a little deeper now than the half back line, and that's a wise choice by Rockban. Quiva McSweeney coming out with the ball. She lets to Aideen Donovan. Aideen Donovan in possession, looking to move the ball forward. Rockban in search of their first score. Remember, they haven't scored since the first quarter after the water break. They're still looking to get on the scoreboard, and they badly need a point or a goal just to settle the nerves. We have an issue on the sideline here. It looks like number 7 Quiva McSweeney's in trouble. It could be a change of boots. We return to the action, and there's a turnover of possession, and it's St Michael's. Hayley Ryan coming out with it. She lets it in to a completely unmarked, it looks like Kate Lennon. Is it Kate Lennon? It isn't. It actually is Anna Bogue. Anna Bogue, the half forward, and they do have the overlap here, and the ball is slipped inside to the full forwards, and one more and hand pass, and that's a very important interception, but it comes to Sive McCarthy. Her shot is blocked. Good goalkeeping from Megan Flynn to deny Michaels an opportunity there, and Rockban living on their nerves. 2 chances in quick succession there for Michaels. A goal would surely have finished this off. Instead, it's Quiva McSweeney who comes out with it. A stray pass, brilliantly picked up by the live wire. That is Michelle Murphy. She's been brilliant this afternoon, all over the pitch. Ball played inside. Comes to Sive McCarthy, the full forward, sizes up her options, takes a shot, and that's gone wide. 2-3 opportunities for St Michael's that they've missed, Mike, and they are chances that they really should be taking.
No, they should, and as a Rockban person, I'm glad they haven't, but definitely they're on top here. They're winning the ball in midfield here, and their full forward line are a serious outfit.
Indeed they are. It looks as well on the sideline. We're going to keep an eye on that. We may well have our second Rockban change coming up quite shortly. We'll keep an eye on that. In the meantime, it's goalkeeper Megan Flynn looking for somebody to get loose and to deliver a kick out. It comes to the 40. Instead, it's picked up by Michaels. Ashling Hegarty, a quick hand pass inside. And one more, this time from Anne Golden. That ball breaks free, and it looks like Kate Lenihan, who turns and shoots with that sweet left leg of hers. And as she did in the first half, she gets the first point of the second period. The corner forward for St. Michael's extending her team's lead from 3-6 to 1-3. A really well worked score there from Michael's, who have looked just that bit sharper in the final third throughout this Junior D county final. And for Rockban, now the time ticks on and they just need to get a score. They just need something to settle them down and get back into this county final. They led early, were pegged back by the end of the first water break, and since then it's been all Michael's. A stray pass deep into Michael's territory is picked up, and that ball is delivered into Anna Bogue, who's coming more and more into the game as the half progresses. It's Michelle Murphy, the corner forward, soloing through. She's taking on two Rockban defenders, looks for support, gets it from Anna Bogue. Anna Bogue once again, a long raking pass out to the right. An opportunity here for Michaels perhaps. Ball comes inside to centre forward, Anna Golan. She's under pressure. She lets the ball out wide, completely unmarked. Sive McCarthy, who has all the time in the world to turn and shoot and pop that one over the bar. And Michaels have now extended their lead from 3-7 to 1-3. And as we continue on, it has been one-way traffic for too long. We have another substitution on the Rockban side. Number 17, Ciara O'Riordan, is being introduced. And it looks like Rebecca Finnegan is the one that's making way for her. Indeed it is. So will Ciara O'Riordan come on? Will she be able to make a difference? Hopefully from Rockban's point of view, but right now it does not look good because St. Michael's are in the ascendancy. They lead 3-7 to 1-3 in this County Junior D football final. Round the middle of the park, they've won all the breaks thus far, but now we have Nicola Sheehy on possession. She's dispossessed illegally, says the referee, and that's going to be a free to St. Michael, or to Rockban. Can they get something going here? Good ball inside, and this is Roisin Donovan. Haven't seen much of her now, but she lets the ball in beautifully to Moira O'Sullivan. Moira soloing towards goal. Referee has his hand up. It's going to be a free no matter what. Advantage played, no advantage accruing, and Rockban have an opportunity to put the ball down, possibly aim for goal here, or at least lob it in and try and get that score. The full forward, Maeve Donovan, is going out, and she's going to be the one that's going to take this free and possibly deliver it in around the square. As it stands in the County Junior D football final, it's St. Michael's who lead 3-7 to 1-3 in a commanding position. Can Rockban get that score to get themselves back into the final? Maeve Donovan solos the ball on her toe, assesses her options, and it looks like she's going to have to take a crack at goal, which is exactly what the full forward does. It's up, it's high. It's come down off the post. Oh, and now it came down off the post, came off a defender, and it has been given as a goal. So the referee, Peter O'Leary, is going in to check with his umpires. In fairness, one of those umpires was very quick to put her hand up and say that that ball had crossed the line. So what we have now is, it's a goal. Rockban have got the goal. And what happened was, it was Maeve O'Donovan delivered the free. It came down off the post, and unfortunately I think it was Chloe Lynch, the captain for St. Michael's, who accidentally hit it over the line. Could this be the break the Rockban were looking for, Mike Flynn?
I think it will if they can keep the ball down here. Now that wind is picked up as well. A few balls in there to Roisin Donovan and Maeve. They could attack on a couple of more scores. So a break that certainly Rockban needed and they were looking for. And as it stands, it's 3-7 to 2-3. Short kick out given. Hayley Ryan, the midfielder, who has been everywhere today, but she's dispossessed brilliantly there. Has she retained it? She has. A second again dispossessed. That's really good play from Rockban. Tenacious play that they didn't really do in the opening half, but they've managed it now. And it looked like that was Eve Mullins, or Nicola Sheehan, apologies, that got her, but that referee deemed that a free. Long, raking free into the path of Caitlin Hickey, who has been just as effective in the centre of the park for Michael. She solos. Is she going to be dispossessed? She retains possession. She's looking for help. She's soloing towards the 40. The midfielder for St. Michael's bursting through. What will the midfielder do? Clear past the goal. She solos. She gives the hand pass. No, she keeps it herself and shoots. No, she's blocked at the last moment. Brilliantly dispossessed by Elizabeth McGrath. That was looking very bad for Rockban, but brilliantly dispossessed there. Game changer, Caoimhe McSweeney. Rockban now following that fortuitous goal. She gets the ball in. Good quick hand pass to Danielle Hendley. Danielle Hendley looking up, letting a quick ball inside, and that's well taken by Dara Toomey. She's out in front of her marker. Quick hand pass, but well done. Aideen O'Riordan for Michaels, and she will also win the free. That was really good play from the cornerback. Had she not made that tackle, Michaels had the overlap. They should surely have galloped through.
But as it stands, it is 3-7 to 2-3 in St. Michael's favour. Rockban with that fortuitous own goal. It's not often you see it in a football match, let alone a football county final, but an own goal has them back in the game. 3-7, 2-3. Free kick from Michael's from their all-action midfielder, Hayley Ryan, in the centre of the pitch. Michael's, of course, who burst through just a few minutes ago, could have had another goal. Instead, the scoreline remains the same. Ryan takes a quick 1-2. She's got possession of the ball and she's going to burst straight forward. She looks to find Maeve Cashman. Maeve Cashman gives it back to her again. Ryan is now bursting. She's onto the 40. She's pulled down and the referee is going to have a chat. I think that's Caoimhe McSweeney. Is it? No, it's Nicola Sheehan, and Nicola Sheehan could be in a bit of bother here. But brilliant play again from Hayley Ryan. She and Caitlin Hickey really have ruled midfield this afternoon for St. Michael's. The two midfielders dovetailing beautifully throughout the afternoon. We're just waiting to see what the outcome of this conversation between the referee and the Rockban defender or midfielder Nicola Sheehan is going to be. Unfortunately for Rockban, it's a yellow, a 10-minute sin binning for the centre back. So just when it looked like Rockban were getting back into this final, they will now be down to 14 players for the next 10 minutes. What can they do in the interim? Because they trail 3-7 to 2-3. St. Michael's still in the lead here now, and with the advantage of an extra player for the next 15 or for the next 10 minutes. We await the free to be taken by corner forward Kate Linehan. That left leg of hers on the outside of her boot. She turns and curls over a superb score. One of the best forwards on show here today, Mike, and that extends the lead 3-8 to 2-3, and now a lot of work for Rockban.
Definitely, Jaron, a superb score there by Caitlin, and a bit tough on Nicola there to get a yellow card, but I suppose by the letter of the law she had to go.
Indeed she did, but Rockban now with down a player, needing a score. Here they come looking up the pitch. Good play from the corner forward, number 15, Dara Toomey. She lets it in low, but unfortunately there's nobody there. Once again, Aideen O'Riordan, as she has done all day, sweeping up there. Plays a quick 1-2 with Caitlin Hickey. Michaels are going to move the ball. It goes low. Not on this occasion, however, to Anna Bogue, because it's picked up brilliantly by Alice O'Connor. Rockban now need to up the tempo. Their centre forward, Jennifer Whelan, bursting through the middle. Long left-footed pass. It's a good one, and it's picked up by Roisin Donovan. She in turn looks to try and slip it into Maeve Donovan. She retains the ball. She's been forced out. Left foot. Oh, and that looks like it's a free. She kicks it again. Shoots. Oh, that's a super goal. What a goal, Roisin Donovan. It looked like it had gotten away from her. Instead, the corner forward, who has been a live wire all afternoon, turns and hits an absolute rocket into the top corner. Just what 14-player Rockban needed. They're now trailed by 5 points, 3-8 to 3-3 in this absorbing Junior D County final at CIT. A short kick out given. Aideen O'Riordan picks it up, but it's that person again. It's Hayley Ryan going short to Aideen O'Riordan. She spills it on this occasion, but it's picked up by Maeve Cashman, and Michaels now really looking to move the ball up. Michelle Murphy being well marshalled here, and well marshalled by Jennifer Whelan. That's going to be a throw-in. Rockban, to their credit, 5 points down, but showing great tenacity to try and get back into this final. 5 points between the teams in what's been a cracking game, as we've said, since the opening minute. Throwing ball between Maeve Donovan and Caitlin Hickey here. Peter O'Leary to lob it in. Up it goes. Maeve Donovan for Rockban breaks it, but instead it's Maeve Cashman, as she has done since the opening whistle coming out. Brilliantly blocked down, but the referee, despite Dara Toomey getting on the ball, was already playing an advantage, and it's going to be a free to St. Michael's. Hayley Ryan, as everyone just grabs their breath from a high tempo last 5-10 minutes in which Michael's looked like they were ready to pull away. Instead, despite losing a player, Rockban have pulled a goal back from the brilliant Roisin Donovan, hitting the top corner, but it's Michaels. They're coming forward again at pace. This player, Hayley Ryan, she's had an absolute stormer in the centre of the pitch. She retains possession, waits for somebody to come, and that person is the corner forward, Michelle Murphy. Michelle Murphy sizes up her options, lets a light right-footed pass into Kate Linehan, gathers it under pressure from two defenders. The left footer turns, solos. Is she going to shoot? She waits. She sends a hand pass into full forward side McCarthy. McCarthy retains possession. They recycle the ball. Michaels brilliantly out, but a stray pass picked up brilliantly by Ciara Reardon. Chance for Rockban now. Ball comes to Aideen Donovan, and an opportunity for last year's county runners-up. Can they hit back? 5 points in it, heading towards the final quarter of what's been a terrific game of football. Ball falls to Jennifer Whelan, the centre forward for Rockban. She solos past one, solos past two. She's still going. She's continuing on. The centre forward on a marauding run here. Left footed. Is she going to turn inside? She does. Looks for support. Hand pass inside. Roisin Donovan going for it. Instead, it's a brilliant interception from Chloe Lynch from Michaels, and we have a player down. It looks like Jennifer Whelan is down following that attack. Michaels' play goes on, and it's St. Michael's leading 3-8 to 3-3 in this County Junior D decider. Ball on the far side. Claudia Hennessy. She overstepped. Correct decision from the referee. And we have a flag on the far side. Mairead Delay indicating to referee Peter Leary that a player was down injured, and that player is Jennifer Whelan. It looks like she's going to go down again here now, and she's not. Looked like she took a knock. That marauding run from the centre back or centre forward. She broke from deep in her own half just a few minutes ago. Mike Flynn looked like it was drifting away there very, very quickly from Rockban, but what a goal from Roisin Donovan to get you back in it.
Absolutely great score, Jaron, with 14 players on the pitch. They needed that. It was going to be tough. We have a break here now for treatment to Jennifer Whelan, but great score by Roisin, a cracking goal into the right hand top corner. Jennifer looks like she's okay, and we have a free here for Rockban for overcarrying from a St. Michael's player. Yep, referee about to blow the whistle, and off we go.
Thank you, Mike. And that ball is lobbed in around the 40, and an opportunity once again is broken down. Aideen O'Riordan really come into the game for Michaels in the second half. She's one of their best defenders. Couple of quick hand passes over on that far right hand side. Referee indicates it was a foul, and it's going to be a free for St. Michael's. Probably Hayley Ryan or Caitlin Hickey, one of the two midfielders. It looks like Hayley Ryan, who's been taking a lot of the frees in that area of the park today, lets it in short to our midfield partner, Caitlin Hickey. Here comes St. Michael's. Oh, and intercepted, brilliantly intercepted by it looks like Caoimhe McSweeney. She's bursting clear. The half-back has evaded two challenges. This is an opportunity for Rockban. What are they going to do? Good ball to Roisin Donovan. The corner forward is inside. She's held up by Aideen O'Riordan. She tries to get it into her full forward. It's blocked brilliantly by Aideen O'Riordan. Credit to the cornerback there, under a lot of pressure. She managed to break free, and an opportunity goes a begging. But once again, it's Caoimhe McSweeney, who's really played very well in the second half, unable to stop the attack. Hayley Ryan, here she comes, hand pass to corner forward Michelle Murphy, lying very deep. She gives it to Caitlin Hickey, the other midfielder for St. Michael's. But again, she is dispossessed, brilliantly dispossessed. On that occasion by Eve Mullins. And here we go, a chance now for Aideen Donovan. Can she let it in? She elects to keep going. Long, high raking attempt, but unfortunately for the Rockban forward, that one is trailed off to the left and wide. And with that, we hit the 45-minute mark, the final water break in what has been an absorbing County Junior D football final. It stands as it stands. It's St. Michael's who have a 5-point lead, 3-8 to 3-3. Mike, but Rockban are coming back into this game, but they're going to need to get a couple of scores.
I think so, Jaron. I think a goal is going to be needed here with 5 points in it. And whatever we have left to play in the second half here. Some great scores there again by Caitlin and for St. Michael's at the start of that second half. But Rockban really came back into it, actually playing better now with 14 players than they were when they had the 15. So, but we do want 15 back on the pitch as soon as possible.
It's a fair point. I mean, sometimes for teams, and you've seen it yourself in games and county finals, when you go down to a player, you just have to up the tempo. You have to go that bit harder. But that goal by Roisin Donovan, she was under a lot of pressure. It seems to have lifted the team. But in the last couple of minutes, you've been the ones. Rockban have looked like the ones coming in, look likely to score next. But that full back line for St. Michael's today has been very tight. It
has indeed. I think it's made it a small bit easier, even with the 14 players now. They have an extra person back there, but Roisin took that goal extremely well. It's going to be tough. They need to penetrate that back line, but they're getting there. They just need to be a bit more accurate with the shooting.
So once again, just to remind everybody that's joined into the live stream, you're very welcome to the County Junior D football final between St. Michael's and Rockban, coming to you live from CIT this afternoon. And the score as it stands as we head into the final 15 minutes of what has been a terrific game of football. St. Michael's lead by 5 points, 3-8 to 3-3. It's been a game that was dominated in the early stages by Rockban, built an early lead. Michael's came back into it after the break, the first water break in the first half. They scored 2 goals, and during that period, Rockban were unable to get on the scoreboard, and at the start of the second half, Michael's have upped it again. They've had a couple of goal chances, but they haven't taken them in the meantime. Remember, Rockban are now currently down to 14 players. That's because they've had a sin binning for Rebecca Finnegan. I believe Nicola Sheehan was sin bin. She'll be coming on again quite shortly, and they'll be back up to the full complement of 15 players. But while she has been off the pitch, Roisin Donovan, with an absolute arrow into the top corner, has given Rockban hope. 5 points behind, 15 minutes to claw that lead back. Can they do it? We're about to find out. And credit too to St. Michael's, who have been very consistent. They had a shaky start, but the midfielder tandem of Hayley Ryan and Caitlin Hickey settled nerves, helped them get into the game. Up front, Caitlin has knocked in some great goals and some great scores. Sive McCarthy, full forward, has had a couple of chances as well. Michelle Murphy and Aisling Hegarty are getting through a huge amount of work, and the defence, Aidan O'Riordan, Chloe Lynch as well, who made a superb block in that first half to deny a certain goal. They've been very, very impressive. In fact, the standard of football for a Junior D final has been incredibly high. And here we go with the final 15 minutes. Will it be St. Michael's? Will it be Rockban? For the second year in a row, Rockban back in the Junior D decider, lost last year, of course, by a single point in the final. St. Michael's, with an opportunity, having won the grade beneath last year, a chance to win 2 years in a row. We restart with Sophie Lynch, joint captain. She lets a short kick out to Aidan O'Riordan, the cornerback. She in turn finds Hayley Ryan. Hayley Ryan, as we've mentioned so often today, getting through a huge amount of work. Michelle Murphy, the corner forward, coming deep, letting the ball in, and Ryan is free again if they can find her, and they have. Now the overlap. This is the danger with the extra player. Hayley Ryan for St. Michael's. What she goes back to her midfield partner, Caitlin Hickey, has a look, turns inside, solo. She's taking on 2 defenders. She's storming through the midfielder. Just as she was about to kick it, she got slightly off balance, and that opportunity goes a-begging. So it remains a 5-point lead for St. Michael's with the clock kicking down. Goalkeeper Megan Flynn for Rockban looking to launch another Rockban attack. They really do need the next score in this one as they trail by 5 points in a cracking County Junior D football final. Flynn lets a big long high ball out, but it's gathered by Sive McCarthy, the full forward for St. Michael's. She turns, checks out her options, checks back inside. Caitlin Hickey is unmarked, the midfielder. She has an opportunity to go through on goal. The number 9 fists it into the net. That will not count. Remember, you have to fist it over the bar and not into the net. A let off there for Rockban, but worryingly, Mike, that midfielder was completely unmarked right in front of the goal.
Absolutely, the sooner we can Rockban can get their 15 person back on the pitch, the better. They're really losing it now in midfield.
Short kick out works well for Rockban, and the ball breaks free here to Daratu. Is it Daratu? It's not. It is. Corner forward, lets it in, a good ball, a chance for Jennifer Whelan, but she is denied once again by centre back Anna Lucy's had a really good second half. Lucy in possession, just crossing the halfway line, assessing her options. Ball goes back to Michelle Murphy, the corner forward, solos past one defender. Is she going to take on another one? The corner forward slips the ball inside the full forward, Sive McCarthy. Referee has seen something. It looked like it was a foul. He allowed the advantage, no advantage accruing, and Michaels once again will settle things down, take their free and just kill the momentum just for a short period. We remind you in this Junior D football decider that it's St. Michael's 3-8, Rockban 3-3, heading into the closing stages of what's been a hugely entertaining match here at CIT. Michael's in the ascendancy, and it's corner forward Kate Lennon who scored that goal in the opening half and got a couple of fantastic scores. She has an opportunity to launch one in, and she does that. Ball breaks free, however. Rockban defender is much tighter on this occasion. Sive McCarthy hits it back to the corner forward. Lenahan now soloing through. Left foot outside of the boot. Well gathered by the goalkeeper, but the rebound is still there. If Michaels want it, they work it back. A shot, just inches wide of the target. Another let off for Rockban. Good save there from goalkeeper Megan Flynn. Michaels have had a couple of chances in the last few minutes that they haven't been able to capitalise. As a result, Rockban remain in this game, 5 points down. And they really do need the ball down the other end of the field. Remember, number 8, Nicola Sheehan, was yellow carded earlier. She's still serving that momentary ban on the sideline as we return to the action. Kick out falls, and now the break for Hayley Ryan, the midfielder. She looks and she turns and chips over a fine score wide on the right. Rockban looking for a free that didn't come on that occasion. Midfielder Hayley Ryan, who's gotten through a huge amount of work this afternoon, extending St. Michael's lead to 6 points, 3-9 to 3-3. As Rockban look to launch another attack. Kick out goes wide on the right, but it's gathered on this occasion by full forward Sive McCarthy. She lets it inside to corner forward Michelle Murphy. Pass goes astray, but Murphy does really well to gather, or does she? Rebecca Finnegan dives on it. She looked like she was fouled. It was actually Eve Mullins who was fouled, and it was Hayley Ryan who did the fouling. A knock on the head, and that player is going to need some attention. And as it sits, the referee is just looking over to the sideline. On comes some help for the midfielder who did take a heavy knock. And while all that is going on, Nicola Sheehan returns to the action. So Rockban are back up to their full complement, Mike. 15 versus 15 for the closing minutes. Very important now that they kick on.
Absolutely, Jar badly needed here having Nicola back on the pitch because St. Michael's were beginning to get on top. I don't think the water break helped Rockban at that phase in the game because they were on top. Eve getting some treatment here. Referee talking to her. I think she'll be fine though. She's tough bit of stuff as Eve Mullen. She'll crack on for the remainder of this game.
Indeed she will. She's had a very good game and had a real battle in the middle of the field. Herself and Nicola Sheehan have had to work extremely hard to curb the influence of Hayley Ryan and Caitlin Hickey, who have been at the hub of all of St Michael's best moves. As it stands, as you join us for the final minutes of this County Junior D football decider, it's St Michael's who lead on the scoreline 3-9 to 3-3. And we will restart with a free for Rockban, to be taken by Alice O'Connor. The half-back lets it over. Nicola Sheehan quickly back into the action, looking to help her teammates. Looked like a foul, and it was a foul by Hayley Ryan. Was it a foul that may require further discussion from referee Peter O'Leary? He's coming over to the sideline, and it looks like he's asking the Rockban manager, and a couple of those selectors are just getting a bit excited, understandably so. It's a county final, maybe a couple of stray comments there, but Peter O'Leary firmly in charge. Now he's calling Hayley Ryan, the St Michael's midfielder, to have a chat. He's asking Alice O'Connor to place the ball on the ground. The St Michael's player, it was a heavy challenge, not that bad a challenge, I didn't think, Mike.
No, definitely not, Ger. I didn't see anything wrong with it actually myself, to be fair, and that wasn't the yellow card, Ger. That wasn't the yellow card.
No, so Hayley Ryan has been yellow carded. She will miss the next 10 minutes of this county final. She's been by far Michael's best player in the afternoon. The referee deeming that last challenge on Nicola Sheehan, who had just come back on to be heavy. And now it's Rockban who have the advantage of the extra player for the closing stages of this Junior D decider. Ball goes in, but instead it comes out, and brilliantly played there by Michelle Murphy. She finds Caitlin Hickey. We have a player down on the ground, and it looks like it's Dara Toomey. She's being tended to. While that's happening, the game goes on. Sive McCarthy with a hand pass inside to instead it's Caitlin. They're looking for, I know it's Caitlin Hickey, the midfielder. She slips the ball back to Michelle Murphy, and again Michael's very, very good at retaining the ball, just slowing things down, looking to inject the pace at the right moment. Michelle Murphy looked like she had the possession of the ball, and there was a stray leg. Murphy with the free. She immediately finds a completely unmarked Caitlin has time and space to size up her options. She slips inside. That's a bad miss for someone who has been playing so well. Rare for her. She misses the target, and it remains St Michael's 3-9, Rockban 3-3 in this exciting Junior D decider. While we're waiting there, it seems like Dara Toomey is down injured. Mike Flynn now with the added player. Rockban really have to go for it. Time is against them. They need to get the ball down the opposite end of the pitch, get that ball into full forward Maeve Donovan, and they need goals.
They do indeed, and that is the issue, Jarrah's time. I think we could have done with that extra person a lot earlier than this, but anyway, Dara Toomey is down at the moment, but I don't think it's anything too serious, and hopefully we get enough time. But you're right, if we can get the ball into Maeve and get Roisin on it as well, I think we'll do well.
Most definitely, because Rockban clearly have the forwards that can do damage inside, and that final third is just getting the ball into them, and it's been very difficult for them to do that because of the work rate of Hayley Ryan and Caitlin Hickey in midfield. Also Michelle Murphy from Michaels, who has had a really good game as well. She's been all over the park, as has Aisling Hegarty. So, closing minutes. 15 player Rockban taking on 14 player St Michael's. That's because Hayley Ryan has been yellow carded. She's making her way across the other side of the pitch to the Michael's bench. She may feature between here and the end of this if there's a lot of injury time, which there might be with all the injuries, so we have not seen the last of the midfielder. Long, good kick out as well again for Megan Flynn, and it's gathered in the middle by Rockban. They're soloing through the middle now. They really need to get going. Eve Mullins is in possession. She looks for some help. She gets it from centre forward Jennifer Whelan. We know how quickly this player is. Left-footed player. She's bearing down on goal. Slips a hard pass inside to Roisin Donovan. Left-footed. And that has gone over the bar, and a great score, just showing what we were talking about over the last few minutes, that Rockban can move the ball at pace when they want to. That score set up by Jennifer Whelan, finished off by Roisin Donovan, and the gap is down to 5 points. St Michael's 3-9, Rockban 3-4. Goalkeeper for St Michael's, Sophie Lynch, the joint captain of the team, will take the kick out. Long booming kick over towards Kate Linehan. Instead it's broken down by Alice O'Connor. Alice O'Connor in possession, the half back looking for some help. She gets it. Is that? And the referee says no, and it's play on, and the ball is dispossessed again brilliantly by Danielle Henley, and a player taken down. That is a foul, and that is going to be a free. It was Dara Toomey who's just after getting up after being injured. Now we have a St Michael's player down on the pitch. She looked like she took a knock in that last challenge, or she fell awkwardly. We're not too sure. And Dara Toomey as well, just in the corner. She shipped a heavy knock just prior to that as well. While we wait for the physiotherapist to come on and administer their magic, we just remind everyone watching here on the live stream in this year's County Junior D football final. It's St Michael's 3-9, it's Rockban 3-4. Fantastic game of football from the opening minute. Rockban were in the ascendancy during the early stages. Following that, St. Michael's were the better team in the second quarter after the first water break. They got a couple of goals to go in at half-time with a commanding lead. They held their opponent scoreless for the second 15 minutes of that opening half. Since the start of the second half, with the wind, Rockban have looked dangerous but have been able to convert their possession into scores. They also lost Nicola Sheehan for 10 minutes due to a yellow card. Since she's come back on, it's now Michael's who are down to 14 players after midfielder Hayley Ryan was shown a yellow card. She's on the sideline, may not see any action unless there's injury time, but we have had a few injuries, Mike Flynn. We've had a couple of them, so we could well see 15v15 before the end.
I think we probably will. I think there's at least 5 minutes of injury time to be played here because of the injuries. We have Aideen Donovan now to take this free. Michelle Murphy from St. Michael's looked to be okay again. She shifted a knock to the face there, but Aideen Donovan moved out to the sideline for the free, and we'll see what happens.
So the substitute that came on early in the first half had a shot brilliantly stopped by Sophie Lynch. Aideen Donovan elects to go inside, and that looks like it's made Donovan. It is well out of position, the full forward, but she has possession. Slips a pass inside, goes for the return. The full forward is breaking through. Is she going to get a shot away? Oh, it looked like she was kept there, but no, said the referee. Good defending. Chloe Lynch again on the edge of the square, lets the ball back inside. It's half blocked, but the ball is worked out to Michelle Murphy, the corner forward, who has been everywhere in this final and played superbly. She sensibly carries the ball, waits for her options to open up. The corner forward, she's still there with two players around her. Good hand pass inside to her. Is that full forward? It is. Sive McCarthy way back out of position. And another corner forward. Oh, Caitlin, she had possession. Dispossessed by Eve Mullins, but they work it back Michaels. But that's a stray pass. Rockban in possession. An opportunity to launch the ball in. It's Moira O'Sullivan. She lets it in. Roisin Donovan. Roisin is clear. The corner forward, left-legged corner forward. She goes around a second and shoots. And that's over the bar. Super score. And we have a Michaels player down following that challenge. It looks like fullback. It could be Chloe Lynch, but that was Roisin Donovan who gained possession, won the ball, won around the middle third, worked into the corner forward, and as she has done, she scored that superb goal a few minutes earlier. Don't forget, Michaels now looking. We have a Michaels player down, and while that player is down, it's a 4-point gap, Mike Flynn, and Michaels definitely, even though they have been in the ascendancy, Rockban chipping away at that lead.
They are indeed, and Michael seem to have dropped back their corner forward, full forward and half forward back now while they're down to 14 players. It is helping them, but at the same time Rockban winning some good 50-50 possession out there. Injury, I think you're correct, to the full back. I think they're looking at changing it. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but I don't think she can continue. Because the longer this goes on, the more chance that we'll see Hayley Ryan back on the pitch again, and that would be a huge asset to St. Michael's. Yeah, one of the mentors coming in to make a final assessment. Yeah, I'd say this could be the end. Is it Chloe Lynch that's down?
Yeah, it looked like the full back actually. She in fairness to her, as she did in the first half when another Rockban attack looked like it was going to deliver a goal, she bravely dived at the forward, and I think she did the same on this occasion. Blocked Roisin Donovan as best as she could, but it was the way that she fell, and as soon as she fell she knew she was in trouble, and the physiotherapist who came on immediately signalled to the sideline. And sadly, for a player that has played superbly since the opening whistle, the joint captain for St. Michael's, looks like she has seen her last action in this County Junior D football final. She's being helped off, having bravely attempted to stop Rockban on that occasion. She'll be replaced. There's a substitute coming on. We'll get to that name very, very shortly. And just a quick reminder, as the clock ticks towards 60 minutes, it's St. Michael's who enjoy a 3-9 to 3-5 lead. 4-point gap. Rockban have come back into it in the last quarter, chipping away at Michael's lead, but will it be enough? Will they have enough time, and will they have enough left in the tank to bridge that gap? It's been a very, very entertaining county final, has to be said, for even for a junior D standard, as Mike Flynn, my co-commentator, correctly said earlier on. Two very, very talented teams, helped by a fantastic playing surface, it must be said. And we're back with the action. Sophie Lynch, joint captain, sends a kick out brilliantly, gathered by Michelle Murphy. She's really come into the game, and when she needed to a little earlier on, she ships the ball out wide. Is this Caitlin in the corner forward playing it right half back? That just tells you where the game has gone in the final few minutes. Caitlin, it is Caitlin Hickey, another player who's gotten through a huge amount of work. The midfielder retains possession. The hand is up from the referee. No advantage accruing. It will be a free kick to Michaels. That will allow them to kill the clock, take their time. Remember, they're down to 14 players since the yellow card for Hayley Ryan some minutes ago. It looks like Hayley will get to come on because we've had a couple of injuries. There will be at least 3 or 4 minutes injury time. In the meantime, it's Caitlin Hickey who's picking up the slack in the centre of the park. She's in possession. She's soloing away from the Rockban defence. She breaks 2 tackles. A chance for the midfielder perhaps to pull the trigger here. Instead, she hand passes inside. And this ball is being worked in, and it's being worked back outside again. It's an opportunity now perhaps for Claudia Hennessy. She lets it inside. Again, Michaels, as they have done all afternoon, retaining possession, patiently waiting for their opportunity to open. It's Anne Gold in the centre forward. She lets it in, but brilliant defending from Rockban. Alice O'Connor's had a smashing second half. Hand is up, so it's going to be her free in any case. They let the ball in. McQueeva McSweeney was going to go with the player, and the referee is allowing play to continue. Good advantage there. Eve Mullins, what can she do in midfield? An opportunity to launch another attack. Rockban lead goals now. A point is going to be of no use to them. Centre forward Jennifer Whelan, an opportunity here again to burst clear. She's done that all day. 3 defenders around her. She slips the ball to Roisin Donovan, the corner forward, left footed. Lets the ball over to full forward. Maeve Donovan, too far out of goal to do damage, unfortunately, for Rockban. And that's good defending from Michaels again, slowing their opponents up. Centre forward Jennifer Whelan bursting through. Will she elect to pass them? Hand is up. She does. Roisin Donovan is inside. Can she manufacture a shot? She's got 2 defenders around her. It doesn't matter because the free had been awarded prior to that. Jennifer Whelan had been fouled. And now it's an opportunity close in. I would imagine, Mike Flynn, the decision here, take the point and look for the goal.
Absolutely, they need to take the point here. I still think, I'm not too sure exactly what's left, but I think there's enough time here if we can get another goal. So
we're gone beyond the 60. We're definitely gone beyond the 60-minute mark. So it's injury time now at this stage, and it's a free kick being lined up by the Rockban full forward, Maeve Donovan. She takes aim. Oh, hits the post. It comes back, and that's a real opportunity lost. To be fair to Donovan, her earlier free that came back off the post, rebounded off a defender and went over the line. On this occasion, just when Rockban needed that free and needed that point to reduce the deficit to a goal, it comes back off the point, and instead it's St. Michael's. Brilliant play from Michelle Murphy, the all-action corner forward who's covered every blade of grass today. She lets the ball back inside as Hayley Ryan on the far touchline looks to come back in. The referee whistles, and it looks like it's going to be a free, and it also looks like it's going to be a talking to one of the Rockban players. I'm not quite sure who, and it's Hayley Ryan who's being reintroduced. Hayley Ryan, who the midfielder who went off 10 minutes ago for a yellow card offence, she's back on now, so it's 15v15 for the final minutes of this County Junior D football final. Remember the score: St. Michael's 3-9, Rockban 3-5, and it's Michael's who are in possession. They have a free deep just inside their own half. A few changes, tactical changes perhaps on the Rockban side. And as we say that, centre back Anna Lucy now is the one getting attention from the physiotherapist, Leah Murphy for St. Michael's. It looked like she shipped a knock as well. Quick magic water does the business. She's back up and running, and we will restart with a St. Michael's free kick. In midfield, Hayley Ryan back into the action, quickly gaining possession now. She was off for 10 minutes, she'll be fresh, and she gets the ball and she solos deep into Rockban territory, elects the hand pass, and it's a good one. Aisling Hegarty takes the pass, slips it back to her midfield partner. And here's a chance now for Hayley Ryan to do something deep in Rockban territory, evades a tackle, back on her right foot, it's up, it's high, and that's a great score. And how St. Michael's missed Hayley Ryan's influence while she was on the sideline, and that's the best way to answer that. As soon as she comes back on, slips the ball over the bar. It's now back to a 5-point margin. St. Michael's 3-10, Rockban 3-5, and time now, we're deep into injury time. Brilliantly taken there on the sideline by Ciara Reardon. Sorry, Mike. Referee is whistling, and he's whistling the final whistle. That is it. St. Michael's are 2020 County Junior D champions on a scoreline 3-10 to 3-5. A brave effort from Rockban for the second year running. It's just not good enough, Mike Flynn. Disappointment for Rockban, but full credit to St. Michael's. They played really well.
They did indeed, and deserved winners. I mean, they had goal scorers. They could take their scores a hell of a lot easier than Rockban did. So deserved winners here today. I think Kate Linehan at corner forward got 2-6 of that total of 3-10. So fantastic game by her. Hayley Ryan, unbelievable game of football. Probably one of the best footballers out there. And if there was to be given a man of the match today, it'd be hard not to give it to Kate Linehan because of the 2-6. But I actually think Hayley Ryan was probably the man of the match out there today, or woman of the match in this case.
Thank you for correcting yourself there. Fair point. Michael's had heroes all over the pitch today, in fairness to them. Rockban, another brave effort. 2 years in a row now they've reached the county final, only to come up short, but they had their chances. They certainly created enough chances. They could have been closer at the end, but it was Michael's who took them, rebounding as well from the concession of a rare own goal in a county final. They were the ones who picked off their scores. Their full forward line were excellent. Caitlin and Sive McCarthy, Michelle Murphy getting through a huge amount of work. Brilliant work from their half forward line. But that midfield tandem of Hayley Ryan and Caitlin Hickey, as you said correctly, they were the ones that they built their victory on. So it's commiserations for Rockban and congratulations to St Michael's as the 2020 County Junior D football final comes to an end on a final score: St Michael's 3-10, Rockban 3-5. I'm Jerry McCarthy and I've co-commentary today with Mike Flynn. Thanks everybody for tuning in and hope you enjoyed it.